Okay, welcome back to the channel, guys and gals, of course. Don't forget the ladies. There is some very good female technicians out there. I am, of course, a little bit late on the streaming. Welcome, Mr. S. Welcome, buddy. Live chat. Change that to live chat. Don't know why I need that bit on there though. When there's that'll do as 1080p. Fag is charged. Always comes in handy. Subscriber only mode is also nice. What I do need to do is I need to try and fix my stream elements. I've had no bot ever for a while now. There's been no bot for a while. Right, so let's dart in and let's have a take a look. Lee, welcome mate. Normski, Normski, is it Neil? I can't remember. Gibbo and Danny, welcome. Paul, welcome. Hello, hello. Plugged in. Ta mate. I'm not doing too bad, Gibbo, you? How is everyone? So, we all remember this from the last time, I'm sure. Nintendo Switch Oled. No display. And of course it was just thrown. Get off. Oh, that's not deformed anything. Doesn't look like it. And of course it was quickly thrown back together. We have. I bought two different lots. So these ones was from Ali. My account, go away. To be reviewed. Yeah, that's got my address on it. Nice. So these ones here was bought specifically for the Nintendo Switch OLED LCD display IC. Can't remember what it said. It didn't. I don't think it gave a chip number. But these for 5 was £17 and 84 pence in total. That's £11.95, then the shipping, and then of course our vodka and tonic. GeForce, welcome mate. And then I also got these, which these have come listed as PF31. I have looked at the number on the chip and the chip states PF3I, not 1 but I, and they were for £13.75 in total. Catch up on chat. Henry, welcome. Gordon, welcome mate. Welcome indeed. And Fernando, good afternoon. PF3i is correct. Yes, indeed. Nick Kennedy. Good afternoon, mate. Afternoon. So yeah, so these ones here are a lot cheaper than ones specifically listed for the Nintendo Switch OLED. However, and I will say, I have had one of each out. I did attempt to do some measurements with my multimeter, both in diode mode and in resistance mode, and it appears that the central ground pad, we'll say, it appears that it is not connected on both to any of the other pins, pads, whatever you want to call them. Danny, yo, beautiful. He don't know what that is, Fifi. Oh yes, of course. Don't know what coldest chat is. No, mate. I've got it set to live chat, mate. I've got it set to live chat. I just missed you. Chris Johnson, Pops. Afternoon, evening. One of the two, mate. One of the two. Right, so let's dive into this. Let's undo all these screws I put back in. I think this is the wrong bit. Just ignore it more like. No. Never ignore, mate. Never ignore. Use that one. That one should work better. I say work better. I'll magnetize it. Now, so the question is which do we try first? Do we try the cheap batch or the one that specifically shows it's for, or specifically listed for, the Nintendo Switch OLED? Did I put that back in there? I can't remember. Or did I just do that? Might have just done that. And then if I undo that, another one there, of course. Try the PF3 one, see what happens. Yeah, can do. That's what I was saying actually, wasn't it? Now I've remembered. So I've had one of each chip out. Now what I will say is the PF3 1, or PF3i as it should be, does appear to be a pulled chip. That of course I put on the wrong side of the board when I put it back together, but oh. So yeah, it appears to be a pulled chip. Pulled from what? I'm not sure. I don't know if they are all pulled, but the first one that I removed certainly had some kind of solder residue knocking around it. Oh, that comes off like that. Wayne, good afternoon, mate. Good afternoon. Anybody I've missed? Did I say hello to Jonathan? And I repair it all. Good afternoon, folks. Oh, good evening. Yes, I'm on late, or at least later than I expected. That can come out. No reason for staying in. That can go just there. Hey, oh, here we go. Listening and lurking. Listening and lurking is not too bad, mate. I do that occasionally outside Danny's. Don't tell him though. Andrew Brown, welcome, mate. Hi everyone, been subscribed a while but not caught any live streams. Nice to see some familiar faces. Which channel have you come over from then, mate? If you don't mind me asking. I magnetised that bit of good dinner. That I left loose. Everything else should be good, so that should. Want to pop out of there. Which we do. The chip is that side. I'm going to slide that back in there just for kicks and giggles. Put my phone in my pocket. Too much late night hanging with Steve. That was a corker, that one at 4 AM this morning. I think that must be the longest I've stayed up since I used to game. Now I repair them. Since I used to game. I used to do all-nighters occasionally. My lovely partner used to get up in the morning and make me a drink. So we are on this side, just there. That sits a little bit nicer for me. Or should I get my, if I get my board holder out, we'll try it. I'll grab my magnetic holder out, knock stuff all over the place. Go in my cupboard of magic where there's a PC, a drum kit, loads of crap. Loads of crap. Dee-dee-dee. What I'm wanting to do with this is, I bought this. What I'm going to do is, I've got a little Ryobi battery powered router. At some point I'm going to route into the bench for a metal plate. I might not use this one, might use a different size one. And then hopefully sit it under the mat. And then if I can get some stronger magnets, I might be able to just leave the mat in place and stick them to it. One never knows until one tries something different. Yo David, welcome mate. That'll do nicely. Move it that way a little bit. Oh, where's that plate from? I want one. I bought it as a set, mate, off from Amazon, and it came with these third hand Dobras as well. But yeah, I think Ober's method of making the magnets is better. These are, they're alright, they don't job, but oh, has somebody timed somebody out? You can't unhide the messages, can you? Yeah, it's alright. I don't think Andrew will hold offence to it, mate. We think we'll have to put that note back in your name, though. CG, welcome, mate. I was going to say, can you link the plate, please? Let me see if... Let me see if I can find it on my... on my orders. Past 3 months, no. Let's go. Did you put him on a timeout, or did you? Alright, you've not banned him, have you? Yeah, he's timed out. He'll be back in a minute then. Apologies, apologies, Andrew. Apologies. He'll be back in no time. Right, there we are. It wasn't cheap, mind. Steve B, afternoon, mate. It wasn't all that cheap, if I have to be honest. Is there a share button, or do I need to copy the full URL? Copy. There we go. So that's for that I purchased a while back. Can't get this done. No, I know. Is Andrew back yet? Is he back chatting? Not back chatting, but is he back on chatting? He unsubbed. yeah, probably, mate. Right, so let's drop under the scope. let me see if I can get this into focus. Probably just. So we was there, which, see, that's the other thing. I think that's the other thing, is this is a PF3i. It's listed as a TI, which is Texas Instruments, and the replacement that's come, which is a DOS04, I don't think that's a Texas Instruments chip. I can't remember which one that was. Tab, welcome, mate, welcome. Right, let me adjust my temp, put it back up, from removing stickers, labels. So that one's, let's just pull one of these out and I'll show you what I mean on these as well. Let me see if I can find the same one that I opened, that one there. Put them back. Andrew's back, welcome back, mate, welcome back. So, are we much different? I mean, plus side on this, the reason I bought them both was because of the price difference. Now, if this indeed does repair it, then we know specifically there is no need to buy the ones listed. We're looking the same size, yeah, and if I turn this over, you will be able to see the pads. They're not necessarily clean, so it looks like they've had some kind of solder on at some point. But let's go for that one. I'll just move that out of the way. The ones that were listed as the Nintendo Switch Oled drivers, they're pretty clean on the underside, so I would definitely say that they're new for sure. Let me see if I can knock anything off. I'm now going to reduce my airflow. I've got a pretty thin nozzle on, so I'll go for 7%, but we'll flow a little bit of no, we won't. We'll not. I'll just throw some fresh flux on and we'll go for a straight on. Wow, everything should be nice and warm. Drop that down to 5%. I'll pick up that, I think it was. Yeah, that indeed. And of course, the other letdown with using the magnetic holder, of course, is the fact that you can't really rest your hand on anything. Come on, start to flow. Ah, there we go. Place that down very carefully. Try not to knock everything all over. Swap my tip. I'll put my tiny tip on. While this is still hot, we'll add a little bit of flux. Well, it's mucky. Yeah, I don't think I'm up on the idea of not being able to rest my hands on something. And that is in a pretty tight spot for getting in there and in there. Don't think that's going to be an easy job. So can't really get in with that stuff either. Flood it with IPA. Get a toothbrush. Beep pop. I won't count the chickens yet, Gordon. I wouldn't count the chickens yet, mate. It might not be sat flat, or at least flat enough. That we'll see if we can. Yeah, take that side, I think. I'll take that side as well. It does indeed look like it's set flat. But will it work? There's the question. Will it work? Glasses on, or I can't read chat. That actually sits relatively close to the connector on the other side. So I'll just make sure that there's no flux hanging around. Let's run down. Yo, Oz, Michael, welcome. If I missed you, I apologise. Give that a bit of a dry off with that. Stick that there. Leave that there for now. Let's fetch that back out. Let me put that there because I don't know where my cloth is. Do what Coda does, burn the residual IPA away. Yeah, I could do, mate. I've got a bench supply. Hey, look, easy thing to do that. In all fairness, very easy to do. And the cap that he touched, that's likely to be rated at maybe 6.3 volts or something like that. It's certainly not going to be rated for what it received. But yeah, it's all in good fun, isn't it? Right, now, can I do this the same as the previous Nintendo Switch? Well, that seems to drop in there. And it's clipped. And I should be able to do that, but can I get that to slot back in there without putting too much pressure on? That probably not, and I'm not going to risk it. Let's go for get in. Stop sliding, get in. I'll dig that out just in case. We'll dig that out just in case. That one's dropped back in. Lovely. Get out. That one's out. That speaker one is out. That one, yes. So this is going to be the bit that I don't like doing. Is trying to get this back in here. Without concentration level. James, welcome, mate. Welcome. Right, so I don't exactly know what I need to have plugged in here, so we'll go ahead and throw in majority of the stuff. This here is going to be, that's going to be for the Joy-Con. One of them will be the power button. That is likely to be the power button, so I'll need that in for sure. Alright, absolutely 8. Messing with ribbons and tweezers. I work a lot too. I do, mate, on others, especially on an evening. If I'm watching a stream on an evening, like Steve B's last night, I threw it up on TV, on wall, and then I used my phone for chat, but I don't always chat. Sometimes I'll just sit and watch. Really ain't messing about with ribbons and tweezers. That shall I put the right? Let me plug the speakers in, and then at least we can hear if the screen still doesn't respond. That one there, and what is that one? Why is that one twisted like that? That one there, like that. That must sit down there somewhere. Yo, dreams. Good afternoon. Let's plug in the battery. How am I going to know if that's good? How indeed. Right, let's hope that camera don't go off. Please stay on camera. Yeah. Let's. So. That chip in working. Oh, should we say, that chip hasn't made the slightest bit of but I can't hear anything on that either. Right, let me just in case, let's plug everything in just in case. Oh, do we need that in as well? No, we shouldn't need that in, should we? Shouldn't need that in. Plug that in there. Close that down. Does it have charge? Yeah, it should have charge. Tell you what, let me plug everything in. Go on, find the hole. Any holes are gone. Let me. And the CPU we're getting warm then. I'll throw a screw in there. Throw one into there. We shouldn't need any of the antennas. Was that going first? Let's just plug that in anyway. Let's just stick that somewhere around there. Oh, that must go on before that. No, might not do. I can't remember. I can't remember. But I'm sure it'll not hurt nothing. I'm only aiming at securing a few bits and pieces, so that's that on, that's the fan on. Everything's plugged in, yes. So if I plug the battery back on, right. Hope the camera don't go off, which it didn't. Right, let's see. Let's see if because that should prompt to boot anyway, which it has. No, it hasn't. Yeah, it has. So that's booted. Which we can hear. So yeah, no different. No different. That will still very much be running. As if I put that there, stick that there, stick that into there, like that. Plug that into there, and then plug that into there. We should have dock. If my light's on, we should have dock. So why are we not getting dock? Console capture card. Oh, there we are. We're getting dock. Wilson, welcome mate, welcome. So yeah, we're getting dock. So it must be the more expensive of the two. Which also means, probably means, which likely means I'm going to have to buy a Nintendo Switch Oled. I really can't see it being anything else. But we don't know, I could buy another OLED and it might have the same effect. It might be that that specific chip isn't suitable. Put another chip on, you use the cheap ones. Pulled, question mark. Yeah, it looks like they're pulled. That's what I'm going to do now, mate. I'm going to pull that back off and throw another one on. And then we'll see what is what. That should pop off. That can go on there. They need the longer screws in on the charger port. Undo that and that. Pop that off. So yeah, let's try the one now that was listed specifically for the Nintendo Switch. Hey, oh, here we go. Still didn't work. But then what do we know? Okay, on another note, I have a 1X that won't recognise Ethernet being plugged in. A 1X that won't recognise the Ethernet being plugged in. Have you changed the chip for the Ethernet, the controller chip? If I grab the board, it is U28, I believe, which is the Ethernet driver. Replace controller IC as it was bust, and then replaced the replacement. And it keeps blowing. Does it keep blowing? Does it keep blowing? Does the Wi-Fi card play a role in? No, the Wi-Fi card don't play a role in it. Chris, what you chatting, man? Wi-Fi works. The only really thing I can think of would have been that driver, but the driver will be controlled by Southbridge though, I believe, but I can't see it being down to the Southbridge. Get out of there. You'll get back in there. You can sit back there. James having a blonde moment there. Looked at port no good. Looked at port no good. Looked at port no good. Do you mean on that looked at the port and the port's good? As in, you looked at port and the port's good, so that's no good. So it's not a good move to it's not gonna be the port. Don't get me started with that confusion stuff. I confused Steve B last night, that's how bad I was. Poor Steve B. And he did nothing to deserve it too. He did absolutely nothing to deserve my confusion. It's alright, I confused myself, mate, in the end. Right, let's pull that out. Let's drop one of these out, just there'll do. We'll take a look at that in a second. Yo, Joey, Glyn, welcome. I must have missed Glyn when I said my hellos. Apologies. Welcome, Joey. Let's that needs to go up, that needs to go down in order to focus for that. So let's take that. So this hasn't been used either. The residue that you see on the side of it is residue from my double-sided sticky tape yesterday. But this is a DOS04, and if we take a look on the underside is much cleaner than this one was. But I really can't see it making much of a difference. However, we all know how wrong I can be. So if I place that there, something's making a popping sound, which I don't think I like. A little bit of the fluxy stuff, drop down to 15. I'm not sure if this will make any difference, but we'll see. At least if it does, at least we will know that the ones listed as PF3i on AliExpress for one of the Oppo phone devices will be nay good to use. So we'll grab Grab the toothbrush. Somebody suggested clearing the muck off with the bench power supply. We'll try that next time, Danny. We'll try that next time, mate. Let's just check alignment. Slightly out. Slightly out, but looks flat. So we'll live with that for now. That one there. Shift. And we'll go for brushing that again. If this does work, I can throw it in with into the ultrasonic and give it a good old clean. Can't really see it making much difference though. What we're saying. What we're saying. Have I broke the internet, mate? Just isn't registering the Ethernet cord at all. It's not switched off in the settings for the Ethernet, is it? I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can tell the Xbox Wi-Fi only. Could be wrong. I can't remember. Can't remember much. Nah, I'm not putting on that. Dropping frames. I'm dropping frames. Oh, I am indeed. 8 dropped frames, 862, which is YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will. And guess what? I don't know how to fix it either. I don't know how to fix it. Unless it's gone back right itself. Right, let's throw this back in here. Sit in there. Let's just new IC on again. Yes, I've put a. So I bought 2 different types. I bought some that were cheap on AliExpress, which were registered as listed. Sorry, listed, not registered, but listed as PF3 PF3Is or PF31s. Which showed in the listing it was for a Oppo, which I'm assuming Oppo is a OLED mobile phone. Now I've got to try and get this stupid ribbon back in here. Nice. Nice. Yeah, so it was listed on there for an Oppo phone, which was the PF3i or PF31. So I purchased them both on the off chance that the cheaper one would suffice and do the job. Absolutely 8 ribbon cables. Well, I say 8 ribbon cables. Not necessarily 8 ribbon cables, but 8 putting them back in. That's that one. Let's hook up speakers, and then I'll hook the battery up and we'll go for it again. We'll leave that ribbon out for now. That ribbon out. I'll put the fan one in. I say I'll put the fan one in. I'll wrestle with the fan one. Get in. Shut that down. Yo, Mr. Micro Mage. Let's hook the battery up. Let's pull this out. I unplugged that cable, didn't I? Again, like a twat. Luckily my camera stayed on. Plug that into there. Should boot, and that's it booted. Still have audio. Still have nothing on the screen. So that must mean that it wasn't the IC. That must mean it's got to be something else. something else. You have backlight voltage. Not entirely sure. Dock it if it displays. Dock it if it displays winner. It does display docked, mate. It displays when it's docked. It doesn't display when it's not. So there's no display on the OLED. Two. And I'm gonna say that all them are definitely connected. Definitely connected. Let's see. An OLED Fubad. Possibly, yeah. I didn't think OLEDs had backlight. They don't, mate. Each individual pixel is self-lit. As far as I'm aware. They don't have a backlight. I don't think. No. Yeah. Hey, exactly. Don't think I'll be buying a nose screen. Nope. Although I don't know. I mean, even if I spent £100 on a screen, I paid 75 for this. 75 with tablet only, so it didn't come with any Joy-Cons or any other bits and pieces. Yo, afternoon, Andrew. No, mate, I don't believe so. We've just changed to big circuit board on the back of the screen, isn't there? Maybe check caps on the back of the screen. Is there? Does that mean removing the screen to check? What I wanted to see was, what's that? Glasses on. We should get Phil to set up a dono on his stream for a new OLED for you. Nah, it's all good, mate. It's all good. If I get there, I shall get there for it. You would need to remove the screen, I think. Yes. Yeah, which in itself I think is going to risk damaging the screen. Will it? I think OLEDs are very, they're not as they're not as sturdy as the old ones are. What were I doing? Right, that, no, wrong one. Didn't need to minimize that. I need to minimize that a moment. See, it's got similar components on as if it was the backlight. I think they're bonded as well, not a separate digi. Yeah, you see, that's the other thing. There's no there's no, where does the there's no touchscreen ribbon, is there? Unless the touchscreen ribbon plugs into the back of the monitor. Discard, yeah, they're all in one unit, Let me load up Discord. Right. Quick. If I get one, why have you logged me out? Why? Okay, I shall do it on my phone. If I get one, I'll certainly take it off and we can certainly have a look at the board on it. AliExpress, you gotta love Ali. I got to love AliExpress. Ah, I see. So yeah, there's bits and pieces on the back of that screen. I don't think I'd want to risk removing it if I haven't got a replacement, if that makes sense. I'm happy to remove it if I've got a replacement in hand. What's that chip you? What's that chip you just replaced actually got going on? Anything to do with display? Yes. It's, as far as I'm aware, it's the OLED driver, mate. As far as I'm aware. The F3 Pi. See, at minute, it's not that. I mean, at minute, the minute it works, just not on its own display. But we also don't know if we're getting power to that chip. Then that chip could be non-compatible. I've tried 2 different chips, mate. I've used the, let me bob that there. I've used one listed as a PF3i Can I AliExpress, my orders, and of course I've got a sign in there as well. Why is it signing me out? Why is it signing me out? I don't want to sign in yet. Yeah, it's the OLED version, Andrew. It is the OLED version. But, and it's a big but, when I collected it, it looked absolutely immaculate condition. It did have, oh shit, forgot, knocked that off. It did have a pretty thickish screen protector on it. So I'm assuming that it's not the screen, however I could be wrong, as always. Wrong part. There's no good flicking the cable up when you need to flick the flap up. You fucking idiot. Let's. Yeah, I've changed. So I bought two. As I mentioned yesterday, mate, I bought the two different chips, with them being two different prices. One specifically listed as the Nintendo Switch Oled driver. AliExpress, my account to be reviewed. That one there. Click on that. So, that was £5. Let me knock that off a minute. So that was £5 for Nintendo Switch OLED, LCD display, IC chip on, motherboard fix, component. There's only ever been 2 orders, and I ordered one. Possibility of them being fake? I don't think so, because I think they're the, if you search F3PI, FP3i, PF3i even, I'll get it right eventually. If you search that on Google for the datasheet, I think that pulls up an alternative, which is a DOS04. I think it's a 04, but it doesn't show any datasheet for it. And then the other one that I got was that one there, which states it's 10 piece PF3 1 PF3i. We know it's a PF3i. Backlight Derva. IC for Vivo, Oppo. So that one possibly isn't, because it's a backlight. There's no backlights. So that one possibly isn't compatible. But I would have thought the other one would be. We know it's not caused any more damage. It's still running. The console's still working. I don't suppose that would help without reference though. Can you whip that chip off? Power it on and test voltages. Well, we can leave it on and we can we can leave it on and we can try to see if there's any voltage running to that IC. Did you check for airline cracks in the OLED? Maybe under the mic. I think I did partly on the last stream, and it looks immaculate condition. I must admit, it really does look in tip-top condition. But it could have just shit itself, I suppose, and then said, yo, I don't want to work no more. Especially if it were manufactured in UK. We are beginning to be known as a lazy nation. So maybe the tech doesn't want to work either. Get off. Get out. Get out. Get out, get out, get out. There is a substantial chip on the back of the screen, and what looks like power IC also. Have you poked the microscope at the FPC pins? No, we've looked. I did quickly, briefly look at the pins. I've not checked any yet. Do you mean inside the FPC, mate? Right, how is that? So that inside the connector looks absolutely fandabby-dozy. And they all look like they're going to be solid. Plus, I will have reflowed most of that solder on the underside when heating up this area. I think that cap's slightly out, but shouldn't make much difference. It should still be on. So let's pull this back up. Let's sit that there. Let's sit that. Right, should get away with that one there. Should get away with that one there. Should get away with one of them there. Should get away with putting one there. And I believe I checked that. Yeah, should get away with putting one there, like that. Mr. Bridger, welcome, Ross. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It all looked in good condition. It just didn't have a display. Now, when I bought it, I thought, oh, hang on, yeah, that could be maybe a backlight issue or something. Not really realising myself that they don't have a backlight driver. Multimeter, that one there, scope cam, multimeter, that one there. Right, so let's it ain't gonna boot, is it? It ain't gonna boot. Will it show me if I plug that into mains? Will it show me? Will it show me any power without the battery being connected? Let's have a quick look. I should be able to tuck onto that. 4.7 volts there. You can get to the clip. You can get to the clip on flex. See in Discord, added a pic. Let's have a look. OLED, unlike the original Switch's air gap LCD, this OLED is a Is that picture that you've put on, mate? Whoa. That one there. It don't look. It don't look too bad to remove. Just to remove the screen. It don't look. It don't look all overly bad. I'd expect the OLED as a backplate behind it with a banded digi, so it should all come out in one unit. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's okay, Chris. No soaps on a Sunday. No, I've not eaten anything yet either. But I'm only having a sandwich tonight, so it's all good. Let's that one goes up, that one goes down. That one goes up and that one goes down. So on that we do have, can I just pop you in there? Bridge, bridge, where's a bridge? Think that's part of that pad anyway. But it's not bridged. That cap there isn't bridged. And we got 5 volts. See, again, without knowing what we should have and where we should have it, with 5 volts there, with 5 volts there, with nothing there, which shows it's not bridged, there, with 5 volts on that side, we should have 5 volts on that side. I'm assuming, and we've not. With 5 volts there though. Ah, that might be a different pad. Might be a different point. So we know we've got voltage running in. And you see we've nothing there whatsoever. And I would have thought that's an inductor coil, whichever one you want to say. I would have thought that we'd see some kind of voltage there on that. Looks like the inductor was shorted to 2 pins. Just there. Nope. No short there, mate. Also can't find a single thing off with this 1X. Let me drip drop some. So yeah, that capacitor is slightly out of place, but there is no there's no bridge there. But at the same time, I still think that we should see some kind of voltage on this. And we're seeing nothing. We're seeing nothing on that. Right hand side, underside, right hand side, second pad. Second pad from top connected. Yes. Yeah, it's connected, mate. Just don't have a huge amount of solder on. But it is connected. So, see, I'm not so sure. We've got voltage, we've got roughly 4 point whatever volts. Oh no, it's mate. Honestly, we all need some hope. And something as simple as that would have been nice, wouldn't it? So we've got voltage on this one. We have voltage across that. We have voltage across the coil, inductor, whatever you want to call it. I think they're inductors, that's a coil. Same difference almost, maybe. But we see nothing on this. And I still think we should see something on that. What's the plan? What's the plan? What's the plan? Delaying the inevitable. Perhaps it's an enable line, which obviously isn't enabling. The trouble is, the trouble with that one is, without really having the data sheet for either of the chips available, whether it be the F3PI, PF3i. Let's have a look. PF3i, TI, PF3i. See, that came up. So when we searched that last time, it came up with a BQ25970. But I think that's just slightly off. But what's the DOS 04? I don't see any anything listed for that. We'll take a look after. You're not talking to me. Sweet. See, we've no data sheet. So we can't see enable line, we can't really know which one it is. Not without probing around, and I'm sure it'd have to be out of system to probe. Unless we don't see voltage on that while it's powered down. Might only see voltage on that when it's powered on. We can't really prompt it to boot without having battery plugged in. And other bits and pieces. I can't see anybody else have been into the back of it either. I don't know, mate. It just shows it as, it just on chip, it just shows it as DOS 04. Is there a data sheet there for that one? Is there a data sheet there for that one? See, it could well be. But that's coming up as a... See, that shows for a Samsung A5100, a 7100, a 9100. So yeah, that could be what they've sent me for from the ones that were listed as the Nintendo Switch Oled. It could be. See, could it still be? Could it still be that chip? Don't think I'd really know, would I, without having another OLED. I think I'd have to have another OLED to strip it down and see. Pull a board out, put this one in, hook this one in with that chip that's on it. See what happened and so on and so forth. Methinks, that's what me thinks. Which would probably be the best way without having enough information to go probing and whatnot.
Yeah, not the ones that I wanted though. What do you want from the shop?
That being an unhappy 21-year-old. Yeah. It could be possible that the chip is expecting a signal from the OLED panel. Is there chips on the OLED side? Yes, there is chips on the OLED side, mate, yes. What I didn't want to do is, in theory, I didn't necessarily want to strip down the strip out the OLED unnecessarily. is that gonna be? See, it looks quite, don't look like it's going to be easy getting something in there to pray it out. But screen ain't coming off. Time for striptease. I mean, on the plus side, I've got a Nintendo Switch Oled, dead or alive. It might come apart easy, mate. It might do, it might not. Let me open these crap, no cheap shit. And I probably wouldn't unless I knew it was definitely that was faulty. Yeah, that's something along the lines I had in mind, mate. I didn't necessarily fancy stripping this off unless knowing for sure, or at least unless having a replacement, having tried it in a different. Oh, that's as dry as. It's as dry as the come. Is that? Let's wet it a little. On the plus side of me doing this, on OLED you can use ISO though, help getting it off. See, on the plus side of me cleaning that, using that light as possibly something that would help detect any hairline cracks. That looks absolutely banging. And I'm going to wreck it taking it off, aren't I? There's no benefit to taking it off. Nope, there's no benefit to taking it off without this fact that I can get to the components on the underside. Heat mat, yeah, I don't necessarily have a heat mat. For God's sakes, buy a heat mat. I don't. Andy, you said £100. You can take it off. Jelly boats, those chilling the boats. That's it. You're talking about spending money, you're getting me fucking sweating now. How much are the OLED panels? They are roughly about £100, mate. From AliExpress. Open, if I open Discord. £94.12 on that one. £3.68 for shipping, plus the UK's vodka and tonic, which would be 20%. Yeah, don't take it out. Yes, gotta love it, mate. Yeah. Taxes are vodka and tonic, mate, which is 20%. Worth asking on Repair Legion though. Yeah, it's worth an ask and see what's what. And yeah, it seems it's expensive, especially if I'm gonna risk damaging this one to remove it and then replace it and find out that it's not made any difference. If it makes you feel better, I've got to take an iPhone 13 screen off on Friday. £200 screen. See, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I am as tight as they come. Thing is I've not really got anything else in at the minute. So this was just gonna be a quick revisit on this and see if them chips did it. It's because you're not wearing your muscle t-shirt. I don't have muscles, mate. Only a belly. Squeak? Which squeak? I don't mess with screens for a reason. Chris is always in shape. Yeah. Round shape, mate. Round shape. Shame this week. Shame this week is a sack of spuds. Buffering or just me? No, we are receiving dropped frames again. We've 1192 dropped frames at the minute. May need to I've not rebooted the Wi-Fi since the interweb were off yesterday. Belly just means your muscles are relaxed. No, not in my case, mate. My missus is shrinking everything. She's shrinking all my clothes. It's I've stopped smoking. I'm vaping. So of course, because I've stopped smoking, I'm also eating. Oh, you've got a no screwdriver kit, Tab. But I've undone all the screws. See? All undone. Right, so here's my plan. My plan is I'm going to follow a little advice. I think I might inquire about it in the Repair Legion. Cracking bunch of folks over there. And see if there's any suggestions from there. Or do I just pick up another unit? Nah, don't inquire. Ask for a cracked but working OLED. Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair way of looking at it. Possibly. But if I've got another one, there's nothing else off there, is there? No. Silly to buy something you don't need, says the man that spent over 10k. Okay. Is it needed though? Is it needed? That's so neat. By the sounds of it, my 21-year-old cheered up. He's not shouting. You see that? So, when I say there's so much alike on these boards, that to me looks like a backlight driver. It looks like the backlight driver circuit on the old Switch. But it doesn't have a backlight. Wouldn't. Two boards, one OLED does not make two. Eh? What? What? I don't. In 144p, it looks like junk. Yeah, exactly. There's no backlight. There's no backlight. Yeah. In which case, there's no argument. I don't really want to strip out that OLED. I really don't want to touch it. Not unless it's deemed to be faulty. If I can take either a working board and throw it into that, or take that, if I can take that board and throw it into a working display. If it still doesn't, if it then displays, we know it's got to be the OLED side. Actually, I reckon an OLED swap would make a really popular video. Yeah, maybe. I was saying don't buy a faulty switch to test this one, just buy a cracked OLED, verify the fault, then rip it off. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Don't touch that OLED until you can verify the issue. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, mate. If I strip that off and it turns out that it's not the OLED, no, by look, I'm gonna fucking damage it. Yeah. Right. So, unless there's any magicians out there that can say, whoa, you've missed this. I don't think I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. So that, see, that looks like the fuel gauge on that end. That awfully looks like the backlight circuit, but there's no backlight. LCD, but there's no LCD. It's OLED. Screw it. It's going to one side. This doesn't have enough experience. This one doesn't have enough experience with them to say. I don't think many will have yet, mate. If that makes sense. Not that I'm saying everybody's as thick as me. I don't think there's many popping up with so many faults yet. And unless somebody's going out and buying them now just to split down and strip and work the magic on, you know, doing what they do with laser ink layers off and whatnot. I think I'm going to leave that there, and I think I'm going to look at getting some replacement, whether it be a knackered OLED. I suppose if I bought a new OLED, it'd be in UK. If I hooked it up and it made no difference, I've not really lost anything, have I? 75, mate. Want to buy an OLED dock? Nope. I don't like spending money, mate. Fucking hate spending money. I can be terrible for it. But if I buy a new OLED, brand new OLED display, from AliExpress, if it turns out it's not the OLED at fault, then I've not lost out, have I? In theory, I'll just resell. I can just resell the OLED. For some reason I can't respond on YouTube. Would it be worth? Yes, possibly, Carl. So, as you can't reply on. Why can't you reply on? Are you subbed? I have the chat set to subbed only. So, are you subbed, Carl? Is that the reason you can't comment? I'd be good if you took it off and broke it needlessly. Yeah, so would I. I'd take myself off screen, but I'd cry. Especially if I broke it and it's not that. Because obviously quite clearly, if that's good, then in theory that's my money back from what I paid for console. No, paid 75 quid for it. Tablet only, so you know. Plus, I've got other bits and pieces, so I'm sure if the OLED's not a fault, I don't want to break it. And I'm not going to break it. Just buy it. Just buy it away and send it direct and ask for it back later. So, is Carl subscribed? How would I find out if Carl's subscribed? Is there some kind of fault which is stopping Carl from chatting? I don't even know how to use fucking YouTube. Yes, Carl subbed. So, if Carl subbed, then that can't be the fault. Why can't Carl comment on my YouTube videos? I will do that. Danica, well, nice 75. To be fair, if what? What? Heat mats, preheaters and reballing stencils are all I play with these days. I've got a preheater. I've not got an heat mat, but I've not really had any call for an heat mat. I don't often mess with screens, so what else would I use an heat mat for? If not using one for a screen. What I want to do is, how can I will that knock off? Why can't customization? Nope. Settings, channel, community. Right, so if I go into community, if I load, I know this is a long way round, but if I load CC repairs, and then I copy that and knock that off, go into there, go to there, why won't it, why is it not no matching users? How is the no matching users found? Repair, what's that for, mate? Oh, is that for, that's for an OLED, isn't it? Is that for an OLED? Is that for an OLED? I'm trying to add CC. Hidden users. Not on my list of hidden users. I don't know. I'll have to have a look. No, link is for a neat plate. Make him a mod. That's what I was trying to do, mate. I was just trying to look for him then, and I can't. When I tried to copy his channel, even it done. Paste the channel URL of a user to add as a moderator. Which no, wrong picking one. Which I did. I copied the URL, copy, paste, and it's not even showing him. There we go. Just got to remove that thing like that. There we go. Let us know if you can comment, Carl. There we go. Why it didn't allow you to comment previously, I don't know, but I know Nick had problems with Wayne the same, and he had to do the same, I think. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. Not going to strip out that OLED just yet. I think I'll buy one. And then we'll go from there. So I'll buy an OLED. I'll get it shipped in. And if it makes no difference, it's still new, isn't it? In hindsight. So I'm not losing any money then. If you guys stick around, you'll get to see how tight I can be. Yeah. Been here the whole time, thought I was being ignored. No, mate, we didn't see any comments from you. I looked again as well at that, Wayne. Up here, this way, mate. There ain't really any about. Not really any about, mate. So, I'm a buy one of them OLEDs. And we'll see how many. We'll see how many. I repair it all. Too many ones in here yet. All blue, mate. All blue. Well, nearly all blue. So yeah, I'll buy a new one. I'll not bother stripping this one out. What we'll do is we'll think it uses the same battery as the standard Switch. Might be a little bit bigger, but the connections are the same. So what we'll do is we'll see what happens, and we'll boot it. We'll attempt to boot out of the shell when a new one comes, and we'll go from there. Frames, most important part. Smashbacks and screens, no issue. Frames, most important. Talking about phones. Yarp. So, yeah. Unfortunately, no fix today. But we can't have everything all the time, can we? on a plus note, I think I peaked at about 28 viewers. I've missed streams as well, mate. Be more to come. There'll be more to come. I did do I did repair one of them Xbox 360s the other day. Because my lad wanted me to RGH this, which was many moons ago my Xbox 360, which I gave to him, passed along, and he wanted me to RGH it, so I decided I was going to fix one of the other ones and RGH that one instead. Yeah, how close is David to streaming? Get it a little bit smoky in here. And then when my missus comes up, she'll say, "Can we have aircon on, please? Can't see TV." He's got his camera, so he's not far off then, is he? He's not far off. I think like David, like me, I think the PC system might. So he just got to have someone talk him through it, I guess. Yeah. I think Wayne helped me set up. I'm not a PC man. I'm not a YouTuber. Yeah, I think it'll pose problems like mine did, I think. Mine did the self and same. So yeah, so unfortunately, ladies and gents, I'ma leave it there. I can't remember, mate. I was talking to him about it before. Can't remember it not. I think it was similar to my old system, I think. A Samsung phone. Right, definitely leaving it there. So, yeah, so I'm going to order one of them. I'll just get one anyway. And then if it don't work, I'll slap it up for sale. No harm, no foul. Is that a 1X board on the bed? It is. What I did was quickly doing was James mentioned about the Ethernet, so I quickly looked to see where Ethernet IC was. Couldn't remember where it was. I did while we're on stream. Look what else we've got out. We've got Wayne's Minecraft 1S, which I got out the other day. Let's quickly go over this. I got out the other day and I had a play with the Flare Cam. Yeah, of course it is, done it. Should know me, mate. I don't like stuff beating me. Oh, where's that gone? So, let me switch camera. Let me knock that off. 2 minutes. So I were playing about with this flare cam on this phone. Yeah man, just play the goddamn thing. And of course I'm over the South Bridge. Well, it isn't. There's a few things I want to go over, but just not today. What I want to do is I want to wait until I'm using it on screen. Because you can put a bar up at this side that you can then adjust for like that, like the colours, so you can adjust the temperature scale of it. But sometimes if you adjust it too much, it'll just go completely white or completely black, and then it doesn't really show you anything. But there, so you can see just there on the screen, that's when I'm attempting to power your board on. There's a lovely little hotspot comes up on the on the South Bridge on it. But the flare cam is for another day, I think. So as you can see there on that, you can adjust the temperature. So if you look at the screen now, my LED lighting control's quite hot, but if I slide that up, it'll change the place of everything else, and you can adjust the distance away, which changes the outline to the temperature sensors kind of thing. So as Danny said there, it looks like it's that's actually quite hot, is that? So as Danny says there, it looks like it's the South Bridge at fault on yours, Wayne. On that Minecraft one. And what I do have is, I do have a pre-balled South Bridge that I reballed a while back. Just sat there. What, hey, say that again. Which phone is that a cat? No, it's, oh, pre-ball, crack on then. Not tonight, mate, not tonight. It's 5 to 8. My bedtime in an hour. That'll be next on stream, I think. Might do that midweek, actually. I've funeral tomorrow, 2 on Wednesday, 1 Thursday, back on call Friday, so I like to keep my day Friday free. So might do that Tuesday, might jump on Tuesday and do that Tuesday. It is, Mr. S, a Blackview. Not on the wrong camera. It's a Blackview. Oh, took a screenshot. It's a Blackview BL8800 Pro, mate. Speed challenge, a reball SB in an hour. Oh, I've put light back on again. No, not tonight. But it's not, believe it or not. No, I'm not even going to say it. No, because you're only going to, no. That's, I have a preheater. So, we'll see how long it takes when I do it. Price of it, it was 300 and it worked out because I jumped on, is it Jason? Jason from, help me out Wayne. I do have him, STS Telecom, Jason from STS Telecom. Knowing my luck, I've screwed his name up there and it's completely wrong fucking person. But yeah, could have bought a proper one for that. Yeah. But what I did is I sold my phone as well. So in hindsight, I sold my other phone cheap to my lad. I let him have it at 200 quid. So in hindsight, I paid 125 quid for it. And it's my phone. I use it. Which downside is Discord, because unless I leave Discord running, I don't get notifications. So if I knock it off, which I'm used to killing absolutely every single application when I've come out of it. So trying to get me to stop killing it is pretty hard. But yeah, I use it. What's the battery life like in real world use? So the battery on it lasts me, I dare say, probably a day and a half. If I'm not using it for if I'm not using it a lot, then I'd get a good 2 days use before charging it. So yeah, the battery is a plus side. Now it's 83. Oh, can't tell it. Can't even tell it. I think it's 8,320 milliamp hour. It's big. It's a big battery. Well, I was gonna buy a. I've quite fancied the Fleur C5 Dreams. But obviously that were like 700 quid, so. But yeah, what I wanted it for is, so I can I'll show you. Show you right quick. I know Nick has. Who? What was that app I got? No. Right, so what I tried to do is I tried to get one specifically so that I could show you guys a better image. So you see this, I've just started this up. Switch camera right quick, overhead. So I've just started this back up and it's just fully white. It won't show anything as such. You can obviously you can see my hand. Let me see. No sound. I know why there's no sound. Do I know why there's no sound? Yeah, it's got the built-in audio drops. Yeah, it's because I've not got the copy. There we go. But now it's not. Why are you gonna be like a twat? Right, anyway. It's gonna be like a twat. It was 300. It cost me. I took. I used Jason's from STS Telecom's link, which discounted $50 on it. So it cost me in GBP, I think it was £325 and 25 pence or something. Now we have no audio, no video. You should have had audio, mate. So you should be able to hear me still when it's like that. I've added the mic in, but then obviously it knocked the pissing picture off. But yeah, what I was hoping to do is I was hoping to get one that would allow me to display it better than just showing you guys the phone screen through the overhead. So I got that one on the off chance of using the Fleur PC software, but that doesn't detect it. Whereas if it had been a C5 or a C3 or another one that that would have done that, yeah, the live stream function would work, but what it does is it won't necessarily link it to the live stream that I'm currently running. I don't think. I think what it would do is it would want to create its own live stream link. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So you've got don't. So you've got live stream there, which if I press that, what do we get? Yeah, allow. Why not? Let's try it. So as far as I'm aware, I'm live streaming. But then what it does is it gives me another link to the live stream. So essentially that's typically I must be live streaming too now, I think, if that makes sense. So throw the link into a browser source. Yes, man, easy. Yeah, that's one way of doing it, you mate. But that is for another day. It's for another day. Now the question is, has that stopped that live stream? I don't even know. I'm pressing buttons, I'm messing with things, I don't even know what I'm doing. Right, on that I am going to love you, I'll leave you, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, guys, and yeah, feel free to drop a like, drop a comment, call me a twat. Oh dear. See you next time, gents. I've got notification that Nick is about to go live on Antisocial Experience, so if you guys feel like it, if you know what to do, jump over there and join us all on that one. Till next time, guys. We'll see you next time.